children! The season of autumn brings with it cold winds, a harbinger of the winter to come. The days get shorter and the nights longer, and with the night comes the undead. This is 30 Days of Night.
The real-life town of Barrow, Alaska is so far north that there is a period where the sun does not shine on it for roughly 30 days. A large gang of vampires plot to have themselves a month-long party in the town, to massacre and feed all day, never needing to rest in the sunlight. They plot carefully, first stealing every cellular phone in the town and burying them, then disabling power and communications in the town. When the sun sets, they begin their rampage, drinking the blood of any they come across, but making sure not to turn anyone. After all, they need to control the population so as not to have too many running around. In addition, they block all exits out of the town, and none can make it out on foot. Our main characters are Sheriff Eben Olsen and his wife Stella, who first encounter a stranger demanding whiskey and raw meat. After he is arrested, he easily bends the bars of his jail cell and laughs at the two because of what is coming. They kill him with a bullet to the brain, though admittedly I am not sure how he is killed like this. You see, these vampires are a special sort of breed. They are susceptible to sunlight, yes, but not stakes or crosses, and even shotguns to the head seem to be nothing more than mild inconveniences. They do later learn decapitation will handle them, but these are a particularly tough breed of bloodsuckers. Eben and Stella manage to hole up with several more survivors of the town in the hopes of concocting either an escape or a survival until the sun rises, continually realizing there is very little hope for them. The vampirism is much more easily spread in this tale, since one of the survivors ends up getting scratched by a vampire, and he quickly turns into one himself. The vampirism is more like a disease, spread through bites and cuts, or even blood, but we'll get back to that. The leader of the vampire gang has invited a vampire aristocrat to behold what they have done in the town, but this elder vampire, Vicente, scolds the fool. They have worked for centuries to turn their kind into nothing but a myth, and such a massacre will expose vampires to the outside world, make them be hunted once again. He orders the gang to make plans to kill everyone and burn the town to the ground in the hopes that they can make this look like something other than a vampire massacre. Eben, realizing they have no other hope, injects himself with vampire blood to transform himself into a creature. He maintains enough control to challenge Vicente, and a brawl ensues where we discover the sheriff's love for his town and its people is stronger even than a vampire so old and experienced. He orders the remaining vampires to leave and never return, and they wisely slink off. The sun finally returns, and the sheriff dies in the arms of his wife. It is a bittersweet ending as the sun rises, but the sheriff does die as a man and not a monster. Although that might be a good thing if you prefer the living to the dead. 30 Days of Night is a surprisingly enjoyable read. I admit I did not expect to enjoy it due to its artist, Ben Templesmith. I do not enjoy his art style at most times. It seems too scratchy, unable to create normal people to contrast with the less than normal people. However, here it does seem to work, especially with the Nosferatu-inspired Vicente. Just a warning, the art style may not sit as well with you and may be difficult to follow as a result. The one downside of the writing, however, is a side character who flies in with a helicopter to try to acquire visual evidence of the vampire attack. His mother seems to be an older vampire hunter, and we never see them after the helicopter crashes and is destroyed, so it seemed like their entire subplot was pointless.
So as the days get shorter, my children, and the nights so much colder, wrap yourselves up nice and tight and get the blood flowing. After all, you don't want the vampires to have to work to get the blood gushing, do you?